Jalen Brunson on his next contract, quote, we'd love for them. Right there, I don't like that sentence. We love for them. Who the fuck is them?
You're not a part of us?
Who the fuck is them? Right. And I'm a Brunson stan. We're going to break this down. We'd love for them to do right by me. I think anyone would. I feel like I sacrifice. First, let me just say this. Can't nobody tell me nothing about Brunson. Flea, have I been the Brunson stan for the last couple seasons?
For sure.
So, as Shaq would say, I got G14 classification. I can say what the fuck I want about Brunson. Because I used to be the only one standing alone, Flea. Best player in the NBA, top this, top that, right? I don't like this comment. Whether he's right or wrong, I don't like the comment. Flea, this is bothering me.
Clearly, you usually have your words together. You not when it comes to Brunson.
But to say speechless. We love for them to do right by me, I think anyone would. The Knicks haven't done right by you. They brought in your two best friends. There was speculation that maybe we should go get the Villanova head coach to make it a real family reunion. We haven't done right by you. I don't need you to throw in my face what you did for me. I don't need you to tell me what you sacrificed and what I owe you. We know. The world know.
And let's make this relative. 100 mil, we're not talking. 100 mil is huge money to us. 100 mil is huge money to them. But that's relative to your peers. Everybody's making millions of dollars in the NBA. Like, miss me with we telling him he sacrificed 100 million. Like, slow down. These guys are making boatloads of money.
No, but Flea, 100 million is
100 million is 100 million. I'm right. I fully understand.
It ain't like he sacrificed 2 million. 100.
But you in a room. You standing in a room with a 450 other millionaires.
Why is nobody talking about championships? We know how much the organization, the city, the fan base is starving for a championship. So if we owe you, nigga, you owe us. Flea, how about that? Hold on. If we owe you, Flea, I'm fine with that. But guess what? Nigga, you know what you owe us, right? You owe us to be hoisting that motherfucking trophy in June. See, that's the conversation nobody wants to have.
From a fan's perspective, that's our expectation. Right. As Knicks fans, that's our expectation, right? Like,
so a lot of these questions, Flea, these guys have to be careful how they answer them, right? Because for me, I just don't like how it comes off. Pause. Like, now it seems like you're just playing to get your money. You're not even playing to win a championship. That's how it comes off, right? And I can be totally wrong. But this is why you got to be very careful in how you respond to things. He sacrificed 100 million. What came with that?
We went on the best run we've went on. We went on the deepest playoff run we've been on in 25 years. So this is not a conversation about being ungrateful for Brunson. But when we start talking about, we're looking at every other team and who their best player is. Every other team that's championship worthy or that's talking championship. And because what Brunson has done for us, now we got to repay him, but we just stopped thinking about championships and we just got to be indebted to him now. I don't think that's fair logic when we as fans are talking about wanting to win. We don't need to count that nigga's pockets. We want the best team on the floor. And Weddy.
And Weddy 25, right?
Weddy 25, that's our guy.
Y'all know we highlight comments. He said, timeout. The Knicks gave Jalen Brunson 100 million when Dallas was only offering 55 million. See, that's a great comment, right? Because, Flea, let's be realistic, right? We forget that. Brunson, don't forget, y'all asked Dallas for short money 3 times. 3 times and got denied. We gave you the mother load. Don't do us like that, bro. We know what we owe you. We know what you did for us. Fleet, I don't like how this comes off, bro. Paul, I really don't. I don't.
We didn't have a fly joint in years. Now we get a fly joint and we just got a trick and act like we ain't been here before. Okay, we ain't have a bad bitch in 20 years, but now we get a bad bitch, and now the bad bitch got to get all our money. She got to get every car we got. She runs the crib now just because we haven't had it in so long. That's a dumb logic. That's a dumb logic because the baddie's gonna walk all over you, and then when it's time to walk out the door, peace. And we still gotta figure it out. We're Knicks fans, not Brunson stans. Does it make sense for us to max out Brunson and hamstring us going forward? It doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. If we want to win. Has Brunson earned his money? Yeah. I'm not saying he hasn't, but why should we feel like we gotta throw the whole hefty bag out and not have no flexibility to do nothing else with a miniature guard that can't guard his position? Why?
So, Fleet,
help me understand.
That's a great point. Let's take it a step further. Can Brunson feel like this because he watched OG tell the Knicks, I'm not taking a pay cut? Watching OG tell the organization, I ain't taking no pay cut. Fuck that.
Brunson should have this attitude because he's earned it. He's been our best player for the last 4 seasons. He brought us back to relevancy. Right or wrong, the guy brought us back. Yes. We watching playoff games because of this guy's performance. So nobody's blind. Yes, he's great, but we have to be strategic on how we do this thing. You got to be strategic. Yes, he deserves. He deserves, but what you deserve don't mean you always gonna get that. You getting everything you deserve right now, OG? Probably not. I'm not getting everything I deserve. And we both work our asses off. Everybody in the comments, are y'all getting what y'all rightfully deserve right now as y'all speak? Probably not. But all I'm saying is from that perspective, you got to think about from the team first 4 years, oh shit, we putting together something. So now we just keep continuing to stack the years, climb this way. You think about your money, you're going to make a bunch of money. Or you want to go make the money? Goodbye. See you later. Why do the Knicks got to do it? I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm standing there. I'm not with that. Y'all, somebody else could pay it.
There could have been a better way to respond, right? And like I said, who am I to tell someone how to respond, right? For sure. I didn't have an opportunity to turn down $100 million. So, right, yeah. But bro, we know what you did for us. We know.
Yes.
We know. So for me to respond like that, and let me say this, I'm gonna say it again. I can say what the fuck I want about Brunson. I've been a Brunson stan for years up here by myself, right? Flea, remember beginning of the season, even last season, I'm like, yo, some games it look like Brunson just wants his. He doesn't come off like that. He comes off as a nice guy, right? Comes off as blue collar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if low-key Brunson is diabolical? Because making this comment, like you said, no, I'm serious. If you take all the money, how do we build a championship team around you, especially if we don't win this season? So for me, I don't like this comment. I don't like that it came from him like this. A player like that, you don't expect that response. I'm being honest with you. I expect that from a Ja Morant, a Trae Young, just certain guys that carry themselves a certain way. You expect that from them, right? I don't expect that from Jalen Brunson. So for me, I'm like, wow, you ain't got to throw in our face what you did for us, bro. Like we up here fight wars over you. Like the smoke he gets, I go to war with my brother every time we talk about Brunson.
That's a fact.
So, he's going to get what he deserves, and he knows that. But listen, I don't like it. I think it may start a little turmoil in the locker room. We got some guys in the locker room that we look up to and we really think is cool, nice guys, but low-key, they may be Shark Tank niggas, cutthroat. How can you have that mindset and at the same time think about championships? Because the greats, the Derek Jeters, the Tom Bradys, the Tim Duncans, right? They took pay cuts. They did what was right for the team. They wanted to win championships. So, Flea, when you have two players like this, that reminds you, I want my fucking money. Flea, how does that work in the locker room? How does that work in the front office and organization? And how does that work with the fans? Your opinion.
Well, I think big shout out to Ray. I see Ray in the comments. What's good, Fabian? But Fabian alludes to this all the time. Brunson is like our Derek Jeter type, right? Right. The attitude, the leading by example, the cool, calm, collected guy, the guy that you can count on, right? All of that kind of stuff. Derek wasn't the best shortstop in the league during his time. When was Derek Jeter ever the best shortstop at his position? Be honest. And I love Derek. But be honest. Was he maybe 1 or 2 years? But was he ever head and shoulders the best shortstop in Major League Baseball? He wasn't. And I say that to say he needed other pieces around him. The Tino Martinez, the Chuck Knoblocks, the Bernie Williams, the Paul O'Neills,
the A-Rods.
You know what I'm saying? The A-Rods. I wasn't going there yet. I was slow walking that. But all I'm just saying is he needed other pieces to be around him to make that, championship team that we had in the Bronx. What I'm saying is yes, Brunson is a great player, but we gotta add to what we're doing here, and him getting all the money doesn't equate to us having a couple of dollars to bring in another piece that's going to help him get to the mountaintop. LA gave Bean $50 million when he was 39. $25 million a year for what? And I love Kobe Bryant. Y'all know how I feel about him. Love Bean. Ain't no way the Lakers should have got it. Yes, if I'm Bean, give me my money. Y'all owe me. But they should have never got him. They should have never paid him that. And it fucked them up for a 5 to 6 year span. So I don't want to be in that position. Again, I may be leaving a lot of things out, but I'm just saying I don't want to be in a position where, yeah, Brunson is going to be our top dollar guy. He's going to have all the accolades leading up to that. But now we're going to be on the other side of it expecting wins because we paid him, and it may not result in being a championship move. So that's why I'm like, we got to think about this.
Big shout out Tori B. Listen, one of the best that's at this. Listen, she got smoke for whoever. That's why we love her. But Tori B said this isn't about fans, it's about management. I don't care about his money. Let's go there. Because no other platform, no other Knicks platform is going to ask this question right now. Is Brunson worth the max?
I don't super max him. I don't give him whatever the maximum amount of money is. I don't do that. But I do reward him handsomely. That's where I'm at. I don't give him a super max like what Shea will command when his next deal is up. What Ant-Man will command. What Wemby will command. Like, no, he can't. No, sorry. But okay, cool. We max him out. What does that do? That makes us feel better? That makes us feel like we did what we're supposed to do?
Y'all know my stance on giving niggas 300.
You don't want to give nobody 300.
Listen, you niggas ain't Leonidas.
Wemby come up, you're not giving him 300.
Please.
Now it's close to full. Now it's close to full.
What if Wemby? We know it's a possibility Wemby won't win a championship. Bro, I'm not giving niggas. Listen, at one time, LeBron James was guaranteed the finals every year, and I can't stand LeBron. But Flea, for how many years was LeBron guaranteed the finals, bro? Dumbest niggas I'm giving to me, that's 300. I call that Leonidas. Y'all know the movie 300. Niggas ain't Leonidas, bro.
Look at OG. Who else is on that Leonidas list? Go ahead. You said LeBron first. I ain't never seen that. Hey, Fabian, bookmark this, bro. Whoever's here, bookmark this. Niggas said Braun first. Go ahead. Who else is on the Leonidas list? Let me hear this.
That's it. These niggas ain't. No. Think about this. How long has Joker been in the league now? 1 finals appearance.
Okay.
SGA and them just got there, so I'm not gonna put that title on him.
Okay.
Curry and them niggas been stinking for how long? Let's be realistic. right? Let's call it what it is. Curry and them wasn't guaranteed finals appearances. They was getting there because niggas was getting injured. They had to go run and get KD. So for me, it's Jalen Brunson, Leonidas.
No.
To me, that's what it boils down to, Flea.
No.
I'm sorry. And
No.
I would love to see guys take not $100 million pay cuts, but why not take 20, 30 to fill out the roster, maybe to help you get to that? Because that has to be the goal. If we ain't winning a championship, Flea, and this is what I've been saying, and I've been saying it for a couple years now, right? A couple seasons. I don't hear championship talk from nobody. I don't hear championship talk from nobody.
The landscape is so much different now, though, OG. We in a spot that we haven't ever seen. I know I haven't. I'm not some, I'm not 50 plus, and you're not 50 plus. But what I'm saying is, these last 8 seasons, this is the first time we ever seen some shit like this, where teams are not going back to back. Teams are not built for to go towards dynasties. Right. The dynasty stuff is like what we grew up on, what we're used to, where a nigga could come in and say, yo, we just won last year, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again.
Come on,
right?
Bro.
Teams, there's been a new champion for how many years now? 7, 8 years in a row. So this shit is so different. Nobody has the confidence to walk into the season, real confidence, and say, yo, we're gonna win a championship. Shit is up in the air. Did you ever see anybody for that decade straight in the Eastern Conference talk? David Griffin just came out, and I know we'll talk about that at some point. David Griffin just came out and said the Eastern Conference was weak, so we knew LeBron was going to get to the NBA Finals every year. Right. But what other team in the East would say, yo, we got a chance to go? Nobody. So I just think for me, niggas is being realistic right now. They don't know. They have no clue. OKC could be confident. Denver could be confident. Boston could be confident. But after that, who else?
But you know what else, Flea? In life, and I've thought about this for a couple years now. Be careful what you ask for.
Right.
Be careful what you ask for, because you get all this money and you don't succeed. You fail. And we know what failing means. We are expecting a championship, bro. We've had a little taste of success. Like I said, we've had some caviar. Nobody wants to go back to ravioli. We don't.
We had caviar?
No, I'm saying we had a little taste. A little taste. Yeah, a little taste.
The nigga came around with the shit. He let us go.
Oh, this shit is all right.
This shit is all right.
But he never came back around. Remember,
he never spun the block. He never spun the block. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But now we got
a little. All right,
bro. When you got taste buds for something, that's all you want now. It's just only listen. That for a moment, that was me. Butter pecan ice cream, Haagen-Dazs. Listen, bro. Listen, right?
He'll bang out a pint, and then a pint, bang a whole pint out. Oh shit!
Please,
whole pint.
Nigga be in the house 10 o'clock at night chilling. Just get me one of them things.
right to the store.
No problem.
Okay, y'all know what I need.
So for me, with Jalen Brunson, listen, I'm not saying you don't deserve your money. I'm not saying you shouldn't get your money. I would just like for guys to just prioritize a championship. Like, we're going to take care of you. Bro, you took care of us. Pause. Like, we know what you've done for the city, for the team, right? It's no way they're not going to not take care of you. But I just need to see more guys, and I don't want to put this on Brunson, more guys prioritize championships. Like I said, when you talk to these guys, you don't even hear them talk no more. So it ain't no big ESPN interviews, right? You may hear them on a podcast, or you may hear them lightly anywhere. But Flea, I don't hear nothing about championships. I don't hear nobody say, I want to be the greatest. I want to be this. I want to be that. I don't hear it. So for me, I just be careful what you ask for. Because sometimes we ask, and when we get it, we realize, damn, I jammed myself.
All right. So fast forward a little bit. Because I got Knickerbockers here too. I ain't seen Knickerbocker in a little while. Knickerbocker, what up? Bodega Mayor. That's his name. I messed that up. Our guy. But yo, so Brunson gets paid. Let's fast forward just a little bit. We could prognosticate a little bit.
Right.
Brunson gets paid. You're the biggest Brunson fan that I know. You already have sky-high expectations for the Knicks. But now he gets a bag and he could sit, when we talking about money, he could sit with other niggas named Leonidas. Where did the expectations go from there, though?
Championship. It's championship now, Flea.
That's why I think it's crazy. Like that.
But Flea, but for me, this is why these organizations is insane. Y'all giving, I don't care that the money is there. You giving guys money and there's no expectations for the money. So Flea, I could just sign you and give you 300 and I don't want you to bring me a championship. Niggas ain't bringing all-stars. Niggas ain't bringing MVPs. Niggas ain't bringing nothing. No, bro. Listen, you got us to the conference finals. We were 2 games short of the NBA finals. You're a great player. We got your pops on the team. We got your friends on the team. We even upgraded from Randall to Karl Anthony Towns. We done made moves in the offseason. Everybody complaining about the coach. We changed the coach. What more do you want? There's sacrificing going on both sides. And that's why what Brunson said I don't like. There's sacrificing going on both sides. Nobody else would have signed Josh Hart. Not saying he ain't a great player, but we know why he's here. We know why we gave up whatever we gave up for Mikal Bridges. We trying to duplicate the Villanova team, thinking that's going to bring us a championship. There were even ideas about the coach. So for me, listen, man, moving forward, when he does get his big contract, when he does get the max or the super max, whatever it is, Flea, it has to be championship or bust. Especially if now every season you're 50-plus games, you're an all-star, you're all NBA. Like I said, we're having talks about you being one of the best players in the NBA. Some have you the best point guard in the NBA at times. We're building a good enough team around you where a guy like Paul Pierce says you have enough weapons. Why wouldn't it not be championship or bust, Flea?
Because the roster got to be good, and it has to, like, we're going through a time where we're seeing what the major result is with Jalen Brunson as our best player. So, okay, Brunson can be here. I'm cool with that. But upgrading the number 2 guy or upgrading the number 1 guy, making him the second best player is important. It just is important. So I can't hitch my wagon to Brunson being our best player, and he got the bag, so that means championship. It sounds good, but I got to see it for me. I got to see it.
Well, there's one guy that got $300 million, and he plays for the Ops. Yeah. We know somebody that got $300 million. Is he worth it? It's looking like it so far. Jalen Brown, who got his $300 million, who got his Supermax.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.